Hi everyone, Jeff Senske with Aquarium Design Group here. Today I'd like to show you some of the techniques that I use to work with materials, hardscape materials. In this case we're going to be working with some spider wood, a pretty well-known type of aquarium wood used in aquascaping. Okay, so I ordered sort of I forget the exact labeling there on the site, but it was basically a small, medium, large sort of scenario, which I do recommend in general that you get more than one piece. Try to go for some variation in the size. I'm working today with this water box aquarium, and this is right around, right at 20 gallons here. So this is a pretty common volume. So I've got what amounts to sort of a small, medium, large selection. And I do almost always tend to start with the largest piece. You know, an obvious starting point for a piece that has such a natural little position is just to kind of start to work it in there. Nothing too advanced here, right? So already that's got a pretty nice little presence in there. Maybe moving to our next. Now this was considered the next sort of size down. You see, it's a fairly comparable sized piece. It's been cut flat in two places. We could even actually say three places here were cut. You know, in general, I'm trying to hide that sort of thing just because it doesn't feel natural to me. In this case, I'm seeing that this first piece and also was cut not just on the bottom, but we have this kind of back part here that is cut also. And while that does give it kind of a natural orientation there, so it's concealed in this sense, but here I'm gonna kind of try and lean into that a little bit, and this piece may go that way, but something about it kind of wants to me, kind of at least initially sit a little more the other way, which if this was my only piece, and it's sitting that way, you see a little bit of the problem we're getting into here with that flat portion showing. So I'm just going to kind of start going with my gut a little bit and see if there's a way that I can sort of use the flat part of this piece against the flat part on the back side of our first piece. Just take a look at that from the front. Yeah, so I'm already now here seeing a line emerging, and I'm just again showing you or sharing with you the kinds of patterns that I'm looking for, or let me get the materials in and what kind of starts to look like a possible direction. You know, this is something you would definitely look at from a lot of different angles. So I'll start to kind of see how far can I go and still limit that being able to see that cut point. And of course there's always some forethought to the addition of plants or stones. Something like this, I'll often look for a way to maybe almost kind of disguise this part. I'm just going to look for different ways I may be able to kind of use that. Yeah, see, that gets it down. I'm just going to try to kind of find ways to make everybody work together. So, okay, actually, that's kind of cool. And for some reason, this piece laying flat like that, one, it's a continuation of this line back here, so we're kind of getting that nice diagonal line is being continued. So we've got this other little piece here. Now we are in a position where this one shares quite a bit of character with these other two pieces. Not too terrible there, actually. That strangely kind of works to my eye, and I've taken the sort of this part and to a lesser extent this part, and I've really just wedged them in. So that's pretty cool. I did just, as I was talking here, have an idea just to try. just to show you another way this could be used, maybe completely differently. I'm already kind of going, wow, you know, if I had one more piece, so this could be the occasion where I'm thinking, I need to order another piece or two perhaps, because we do have a lot of open space here, but that could also be stones, for example. We could have really kind of a large stone here, smaller stones into this area. Yeah, something about that works pretty nicely. Yeah, so overall, I like this. I feel like it's taken some pieces that, you know, individually have their flaws and things where, you know, no one piece here would really work that well on its own. And again, we've kind of worked it into a structure. So I hope this has helped you all just have a little clearer sense of the possibilities and how to make the most of what you've got.